Hello, Meoni here, and this video focuses on the cash shop costumes and outfits as of the Mediah patch. I've had this footage on my hard drive for a couple of days now. I thought I'd make a video today, a short one. I'm working on the fall spring event guide. If you don't know already, spring event is currently on. You can get some cherry petals and turn it in for a cosmetic item and something you put in your house. We'll be making a guide on that later within this week. But until then, I thought I'd look at the stuff that came in the cash shop as of the Mediah patch, because a lot of stuff sort of overshadowed that, and I've not really had time to look at it. Now, a lot of people may be wondering what the various costumes look like in the actual game. It's one thing looking at them on the actual cash shop when you press F3 in the game, but there's another thing to actually buy them. For the purposes of science, and also because I like to support the game, I decided to buy each of the costumes and try them out, so you don't have to. I mentioned the spring event, and the first costume is the Yukata, which is a lot like a kimono if you're familiar with those outfits. Not quite as long as a full kimono that the Japanese wear in this sort of time of year, but this Yukata is pretty nice nonetheless. It's got a floral pattern, and this doesn't come with a weapon skin. There's no option to get a weapon skin or an offhand skin like many of the other outfits. This one specifically is just a chest piece. You also get with that a rose that you put in your hair, and Yukata shoes, which are a bit like sort of Japanese clogs, if you like. So as you can see, it's quite a visually stunning dress. Probably not quite as much as the others that I'll be looking at in this video, but it kind of fits in well with the theme. I believe this is going to be a limited edition time. This will be available in the cash shop. I think it's only available for the spring period, so if you want one of these, make sure you get one before we change season in the game. There are lots of seasons in the game, and with those come new outfits on the cash shop. So especially with the inability to sell these on the in-game auction house as well, it makes them a little bit more exclusive. Now, this particular dress comes with 11 points that you can dye individually. Obviously, you'll have to buy the dyes separately through the rather controversial dye purchase method. They're looking at changing that for the future, but as of now, we have to buy them individually in their one-time use. So you can dye them all different colours. You can dye the ribbon on it, you can dye the floral pattern, and obviously the fabric that it's going on. Different dyes will have different effects on what fabric they're applied to. For example, Valencian dyes will have a more shiny texture than an Olivian dye, which is more of a matte texture. So next up, a quick look at the underwear option. There's always underwear added with every patch. I'm not sure if the males actually get anything. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. My female character here has the Valkyrie underwear outfit here. This basically is quite popular for several reasons. A, because underwear is a must because it gives you +1 look, and also 2, because it's quite revealing. Now, as you can see here, you can see the arse crack of my character and next to the underwear there, and also it's quite popular because if you look from the back of your character, it doesn't look like she's wearing a bra, which obviously is quite good. The other benefit to wearing this over other of the underwear outfits out there, apart from obviously still having that +1 look benefit, is that this is less obvious that you're wearing it. It doesn't show through like a lot of the underwear with tights, for example, for female characters you can get, which spoils the overall look of many of the other costumes. I wear this one currently. It's a bit pricey, but if you're looking for an underwear option, this is probably the best one to get if you want to have the least impact on your overall character's look. Next up then is my favourite outfit that they added this patch, which is the Cavero outfit set. You can get this with the weapon and shield set as well for 2,900 pearls in total, or you can just settle for 2,200, which is about 20 something pounds, and you can just get the outfit without the weapon. Personally, I think the weapon and shield are the weak points of this particular outfit. The outfit itself is pretty unique. It's a lot like the other one we're going to be coming up to with the feathers, very angelic in design, but it doesn't have stupid wings on the back. It flows lovely. The one thing I will say about this one, the big negative, is that with the white feathers, like on a lot of other costumes, if you were to stand anywhere that doesn't have direct sunlight, or when it's at night, the light reflections and textures actually appear very grey and dark, which is very unusual. They're very light dependent, so that might be a downside if you are thinking about purchasing this one. Just thought I'd mention that. There's plenty of options to dye this one, but honestly, why would you want to? It's very angelic. You can dye everything from the chest plate there, the chainmail attached to it, the chains around the arms, everything. It's very, very nice, very well designed, and like I say, it's my favourite currently, but it's not the one that I have been wearing recently, and we'll come to that one in a moment. Before we get carried away and I show you the next outfit, and actually the last outfit of this patch, I thought I'd show you something else that was added. This is new horse armour. This is an actual Cavero horse armour set, complete with the feathers, very much the same style as the Cavero outfit you've just seen, so you can ride around on this whilst you're wearing that costume as well. It's very lovely. You can dye this as well. There's lots of dye options. It looks absolutely stunning in the game. If you've already purchased a horse skin, like me, you'd probably be kicking yourself over it. It's very, very pretty, and I wish I'd saved up and waited for this patch, because it's definitely one of the more stunning horse armor sets available. But if that's not your thing and you want more costumes, look no further than the next one. So next up is the Cabalius outfit. This one's fairly unique depending on what class you use it on. For the Valkyrie, as you can see here, we have a sword and a shield. I quite like the sword and the shield. Obviously each class for all of these outfits has a different weapon coming with it. If I've specified a weapon does come with it, you can purchase this in many ways. You can buy it with or without the weapons with the actual costume, and you can also buy it with or without the wings attachment to the back of your character. Now the wings aren't a separate slot on this costume, be warned. They are fixed, and if you choose to buy the one with the wings, you cannot take them off or hide them, even with the auto hide cloak function. This is possibly something they need to think about for the future, especially considering the extra amount of money on top of the original, 2,900 pearls instead of 2,200 that you're actually paying. Maybe it would be nice to have a way of reverting the wings to like a hidden state, but that's for the future, and I'm sure they'll look at that in the future if enough people complain about it. Personally, I like this costume for several reasons. One, because I had some really nice dyes that I could put on this, and two, because it's very rare to see an angel costume in an MMORPG done quite as well as this one. I quite like the minimalist sort of simplicity approach to this, and suddenly these wings sprouting out of them. They're not just attached to the back of the character like in a lot of games that have done angel costumes before, cough cough Terror for example, where there's simply a floating texture about 2 inches away from the skin. This seems to actually come and emanate from the back of your character, which is always quite nice to see. The other unique aspect of this costume that I really like, that I'm not sure is actually present on any of the other costumes, I've worn this one quite a lot, but as you can see in the background, she just did like a prayer animation as an idol animation. Now that doesn't happen when I'm not wearing this costume, so I'm fairly sure that's pretty unique to this costume. She sort of does that sort of legs together, arms aside, sort of prayer, look up thing, and then little feathers fall off the back of her wings. I quite like that, and it's a nice little feature. All in all, I quite like the costumes that they're adding to the game. They're getting more and more high fidelity. There's a lot of really good ones to come. I am aware that other costume variations of the Cavero outfit are available. There is a dark sort of raven costume for the sorcerer that's sorceress exclusive, and there's also a red version for the tamer that's tamer exclusive. I just don't have the time or one of those characters to show that off today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, a brief look at the costumes. We'll be making more of these videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.